Greetings again, everybody. So, it turns out there is a few more quests left. Yeah, the translation didn't really make a good sense of it. Something about Tobias, and I figured it out. It looks like these are epilogue quests for additional story after completion of version 3 that you're supposed to do at any time. I'm thinking in version 4 it was supposed to force you to it. But I figured it out. It's much higher in number, that's why it confused me compared to the previous ones. So these epilogue quests must have been added sometime during version 4. Probably at the release of it. I know where that is. Yeah. So that is the version 3 epilogue quest. Every version apparently has epilogue quests to do. And at some point you're going to be forced to having to do them. Nothing for it. Let's get it done. I think there's 3, so... what am I doing? Sorry, this headache's getting to me. Oof. Alright, let's see what this is. Yes, these quests will not show up unless you did all those specific little quests that has the seed rewards that I did not see in my seed list. So who knows how many seeds are really out there left for me to collect. I thought I'd gotten nearly all of them. Sooner or later I'm just gonna sit down, play nothing but Dragon Quest for 2 weeks straight. So I'm playing the role of emissary. Okay. Simple enough, and thanks to this new Bazoom stone, this will make it easier. Oh, I couldn't just come here first? Okay. Figures. I hope he's not gonna ask me to do something first. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get... I'm definitely gonna take, like, an entire week just to do nothing but play Dragon Quest X for all my free time. So I can get a bunch of stuff I've been wanting to get done for a while now. That's every single quest. And there it is. Close enough. You know, I've forgotten which Dragon Quest this overworld theme belongs to. Nah, I can't remember. I played every single Dragon Quest game, but this one might be from one that hasn't influenced me much. I was told by Japanese players that this poison was much more dangerous back then. That was just an annoyance. I took the wrong path, didn't I? Damn, I wish I could fly here. Maybe not. It's been years since I've been back here. If it flies at agros, it doesn't matter how low level they are. Yeah, I had a feeling. That question. Yes. I've been asked this quite a few times already, but it's fine. Um, Warrior, Paladin, Guardian, Armamentalist, Demon Swordsman. Yes, they all wear heavy armor. You can see here, Armamentalist has to skill into it, but it doesn't matter. You get so many skill points, you'll be able to take it anyway. You want to take it. Okay, but the differences between the plate classes really is this. Right. Warrior has a balance of offense and defense. I believe they get more weight than Guardians do, and Armamentalist and Demon Swordsman. They get a little less defense than Guardian, unless of course they're using a shield. Even with then, I think they're about the match. Warriors do get higher innate HP though. I've noticed it. Guardians can still get more HP using their skill, however. But on my warrior, I can get around 1,145 HP, I think it was. Warrior's main role really is to apply debuffs. That's really what you play a warrior for. Yes, they have that unique ability, which was given to them some updates ago, where they can take hits and defend for another person while still able to commit actions. That's unique to them, something I wish Guardian or Paladin had. But other than that, their main role is to use an axe and to apply their debuffs while providing some decent damage. They could do about near as much damage as a Guardian could. But their main focus really is to apply those debuffs, because they really help. It really helps when you can debuff an enemy's defense by 40% or reduce their attack power by 40%. Demon Swordmaster it's literally Battlemaster, just a little more involved. They rely on a buff that increases their dark gauge and to basically go into a rage state for a limited time with that dark gauge. They also get a special that brings their gauge back up. They're basically very high damage, better at AoE stuff than a Battlemaster would be as well. I personally play one with a Claymore. Most play with Scythe, since it does have some nice nifty abilities that helps others out, and it's pretty stellar damage in its own right. I just prefer the Claymore because it's got more AoE attacks. It's also able to reduce fire resistance with one of those attacks, which really helps mages out, and it just has more raw overall power. It also has great sword guard. Scythe, however, of course, has HP restoration through attacks, which is pretty nice too. It's really hard to decide between the two. I like both weapons. Armamentalist is more of a support role. They do some pretty good damage, but of the 5 plate-wearing vocations, they do the least damage, overall of the 5. But what they provide is the ability to buff others' damage, and make enemies very weak to that damage, so they are indispensable. Plus, if they use magic burst right, they can do some pretty good burst damage when necessary. As for Guardian, Guardian is like a balance between Warrior and Paladin. They can provide defensive buffs to bring everybody's defense up to 40%. They can be done quick depending on how you spec your Guardian out. They got pretty good shield block. They got excellent shield block rate actually, just as good as a Paladin. Same for parry rate. Again, also depends on how you spec it out. Their key thing, though, is the ability to actually have useful heals, unlike the Paladin. And they can also reduce light resistance, which more mobs than anything in the game has some weakness to light. There are mobs, of course, that are strong against light, but they are very few in between. The Guardian's main role really is to provide defensive buffs and actions when necessary, and then go on the offensive once they're able to, or when the situation allows for it. So they get to switch between offense and defense. A Paladin, their role, and honestly, although I gotta get a better... this is one I just had made. I'm gonna get a proper one with full critical hit on it. Though, more mobs seem to get more and more critical resistance lately. A spear like this, I think, would be stellar with critical resistance on it. I mean, heck, it's got way more... It's got 3% crit rate on a spear, whereas this here has 1.2%. Even with dual wielding, you still get more from the spear. Not only that, plus 100 critical damage? Heck yeah, you would want to beef up that critical rate. I'm pretty sure Paladins are going to be using this spear probably for the next 5 version updates. Maybe even 6. But Paladins, you can use them in 2 different ways depending on the weapon. You can use them as a damage-focused vocation that does pretty stellar damage, actually. It's about the same as a Guardian, in all honesty. It's just they have to use this... Again, they don't have use of a shield. But spamming multi-thrust is pretty good damage. And if spec'd right, it can be pretty awesome. And they'll still have all their defensive abilities as such. Just, again, they won't have the abilities of their shield. But that's why you can swap between 2 weapon sets during combat if necessary. They can also go sword and shield, but if you're going to go sword and shield for any reason, you might as well go hammer and shield instead as a Paladin for that additional weight. Hammers generally get about 40 to 50 more weight compared to a sword. And that's nothing to scoff at, because Paladins have the ability to triple their own weight. So that 50 weight becomes an extra 150. Or basically an extra 100. 50 times 3. So you get 150. Paladins are basically the only ones that could solo wall any mobs that aren't maxed out in weight, that are intended to be walled off. And they could do so much more easily with Hammer due to the other abilities that Hammer has, which can reduce the weight of the target. And I heard they buffed that recently to allow it to work much more often. Makes it easier. Each heavy armor class has something good for it. I play 3 of the 5 of them, which would be Demon Swordmaster, Paladin, and Guardian. But if you like wearing heavy armor, and you like the weapons that they use, pick one that suits you best, or pick 2. Alright. See what the heck this is. I'm guessing that's the Black Wind. Okay. Oh, that's odd. Alright, we got what we came to do. Let's go back. Alchemy pot's back up, huh? Not like I need to use it right now. Oh, I have like 55, 60 Middle Base pair tickets. I use one now and then to help a new player out. I'm really just trying to save them for a very specific 2 players. One I hope comes back to playing soon, while the other isn't going to play unless a vocation that appeals to her appears. I've probably I have said this before. It's either ninja, samurai, or something kitsune related. That's the only way she's going to actually play. I don't know, an ogre kitsune girl is going to be a little weird to look at. Alright. See, these quests take time. Okay, let's go back. Then he's going to tell me, okay, now you go over here. Then they're going to have an issue for me to deal with. And it's probably going to be a spectral window I take a picture of. So that's fun. And it's an adventure. Probably going to have to end up fighting something at the end of this. What happened to the Mega... Oh. The Mega Stone became the Bazoom Stone. Granted, here's the thing. The Mega Zoom Stone and its subsequent quests required that I had a certain amount of quest progression, fame. That's what I've been told anyway. No, I looked it up, yes. It requires a certain level of fame? Yeah, fame levels actually do matter in some things. And you needed a certain amount of Zoom Stones collected. My guess is with Zoom Stones, probably acted the same way. You needed a certain amount of prerequisites before you're allowed to even get one. It doesn't take all that much fame level. I'm pretty sure at max it was like around 50-ish. A fame level of 50 plus still can take quite a bit of time to get. You'd have to do a lot of quests and such as well. I mean, getting to 80 plus is an extreme chore. It honestly takes a long time since you're limited in where you can get your fame points in. I still have a... well... let me see here. I got these quests to do still. It's not really that many left. There might be more hidden around that I won't see unless I complete these. These are all the ones I've completed so far. Again, though, I will eventually get them all done. Alright. Something I fought before. Alright. I see. Oh, I guess I found where he went to. Yeah, I had a feeling it'd be something like that. This would be hilarious if it was voiced. I think they're gonna put voices in eventually for all the versions. I think they said something about planning to do that project. How hard is it to set up? It's not hard at all. Uh, if you're going to play Dragon Quest X, my solid piece of advice is to remember the emails you use, the passwords, have it written down, screenshot it, put it in the Paint, make a JPEG, throw it in your Microsoft OneDrive, Google Drive, Apple account, whatever. And remember the identity information you use too. Your Japanese fake address, Japanese fake identity. And despite it all, if you somehow forget something or lose something, you're locked out of your account, it's fine. Square Enix apparently does not care that you use a fake identity. We've had people forget before, and they had no choice but to admit to Square Enix that they forgot. And their GMs were fine with it. They just moved it to another account name as they wanted. And that was it. After they proved it was theirs. They did not care that you use a fake identity Probably because Square Enix really needs money right now. So, they're not... You know, they really, really, really love money right now to the point that they do not care that you use a fake address, fake alias, fake whatever. As long as you're not breaking any in-game rules and making a jerk of yourself, and you're paying the monthly subscription, they don't care what you do. Yeah, and I've noticed the side... Well, it's not really side story. This is literally part of the main quest. It was just optional until now. So, the Clarity team saw fit to translate... to actually go in and human translate it. Now that puts me at my next fame level. And now it's back to machine translation. I don't understand. It seems partial. Eh. Alright, back inside to get the next one. The items I was given? It's just stuff to sell, really. What's the other thing? Let me see. That all right? They're still worth something, thankfully, so some gold. And I need a lot of gold right now. I gotta get to, at the very minimum, 30 million. I'd want to go shoot for 50 mil. It's gonna take me at least a week of fishing, probably, to reach 50 mil, depending on the pace I go. It'll be worth it. I gotta get, or be prepared for all new gear, which I think we're going to hold off until the next version update to then get all new gear, because then the 128 armor will be out, and then I'll just go ahead and pick up the weapons and armor for Battlemaster, my heavy armor classes. I need a great sword and a spear. Great sword's going to have attack on it. Spear's going to be all crit. Because now and then I'm probably going to get on Paladin to try playing it offensively. Back to the Shadow World. Wait a minute, what the... How did I miss that? I swear, they must have added chests to areas at some later point. Yes, fame level above 80 plus is considered extremely high. You're not going to get it as a new player in your first or even second year of playing Dragon Quest X. It takes a lot of devotion. And the cap right now is 133. I'm trying to catch up to it. It's going to take me a lot of time. Saucer fromage, of course. I don't care what physical main melee DPS to come out with for this version update. I don't think anything will match Battlemaster without being stupidly OP. Strange. What the heck is stopping me? Of course. And I'm getting whisked away. Yeah, I'm aware. All this just to do the next bit of main story, but apparently 7.2 has some major part to deal with in version 3. Previous versions, you could put a temporary hold on the quests as if you've already done them, but it would of course spoil you later on if you do them. But in this case, yeah, you have to do it. Alright, let's go to the sheep. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of that lately. The reward materials, they're actually still worth something. Reason being, crafts tend to go, they seem to require... That's how they keep the economy alive, and nothing is really worthless. Everything has a use, everything can be sold. That's as far as materials are concerned. So, there are even level 128 crafts, the latest crafts that are using materials that drop from previous versions. That never really goes away. It will obviously use more materials from the later version or the current version while using a few from the previous, but it's still but because it's done that way, previous items still have a worth. And there's new players playing alts characters, coming in, farming stuff all the time. Never have to really worry about stuff ever running out. Come on, it's obvious, you know what that is. Alright. This time it's in a different room. That's from the girl herself, okay. unknown reward. Huh. Okay. Be right back a sec, I'll use the restroom. Okay, we are back. Let's see. How much time do I have? Plenty. Alright, let's get this done. Okay, so he's trying to learn Dragification. Since he couldn't while training was still. Alright. pretty sure I've been in here. Likely before Treasure Eye Bell worked on everything. But basically, when I first played, Dragon Eye Bell only worked in a certain radius. It didn't cover the entire area like it does now. So I'll have to go back to places to find certain black chests, red chests, such that I've missed, because it's money. If it's not money, it's accessories I could bash together to get some synthesized XP points, because I'm still at level 52 out of 60 on that. And who knows if they'll raise it again. Yes, they are kind of like Dragon Mages, actually. They use similar... I mean, I've seen Estella use similar spells, but she can also use heals and such, too. Him, I think I fought him once before, and he used actual Dragonmancer magic. From what I know of the lore, I think Dragonification actually came from, the dragon people race first. But then certain dragons that came from here decided to leave and teach it to others. Yeah, I figured it was gonna go this way. Massive red warning. Have to go back there of all places, huh? Figured. Alright, let's get this done. Of course I'd be fighting him again. Huh, I see. So that's the hidden item, a plushie of her. Probably in her dragon form. You gotta be kidding me. So that's what it is. Thought I killed that clown. I'm guessing 7.2 has to do with, yeah, that. Whatever's gonna come of that. We'll see. Well, let's go to the team home, at least. Plushies, yes, there are actually a lot of collectible plushies. I just, never really went for them. I'll just let my maids do what they want. Maybe I just might start collecting them. Let's see here. It's bigger than I thought. I guess I'll set it here for now. Alright, that is it. So, that should be the final part. I should be able to do 7.2 now, finally. That will be in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.